What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Lips, and today we're going to be discussing the NHL salary cap, a controversial topic, and we're going to see from other sports teams where the NHL can get better and what they can improve and what they can keep to make the salary cap even better. So let's dive right in. So the NHL has a hard salary cap. They have salary cap where once you get to the top, that's pretty much it. So the salary cap is 100 million. If you're at 100 million, there's no flex right there. You can't go over it. Now in past seasons, there's something called LTIR, where if a player were injured, you could put them on injured reserve, and their cap hit wouldn't count against the salary cap. Now in the playoffs, teams would put players on LTIR, and there would be no salary cap. So you could technically go over, if the cap were, let's say, hypothetically 100 million, you could go over as much as you want. So if you have maybe two players making 7.5 million each, you could be at 115 million and get guys at the deadline and really load up. A lot of teams complained about this. A lot of teams didn't like it. I, for one, I like this a lot. I liked LTIR. I like the fact that you could do this and have the best roster possible for the playoffs. I like that. I think that brings competitiveness. I think that brings good trades at the trade deadline. And I think that brings more ratings to the NHL. You have more transactions at the trade deadline. That's what people like to hear about. Every trade rumor that drops, people are checking Twitter. When they hear somebody's been traded, you refresh Twitter over and over and over again to see who you got, what happened. And LTIR help push teams to get more trades done. That's for sure. But now that's gone. And now we have a hard cap. So where do we go from here? How do we make the NHL salary cap better? Well, we'll draw from two teams. Well, two leagues. The NBA and the MLB. So, in the NBA, they have a luxury tax system. Will the NHL be better with a luxury tax? So in the NBA, they have a certain salary cap. Then they have a first, second, and a third tier, where each tier there's a bigger and bigger penalty that the owner will pay. But the product would be having a better team to compete, obviously having full stadiums, and potentially a playoff run to make the money back from the higher salary cap. I would be in favor of having maybe a $10 million flex where it's $1.50 for every dollar you go over. So basically, if you go over all $10 million, you pay a $15 million penalty. The owner's paying $25 million, and you're able to go over the cap $10 million. I think that's beneficial, and that pushes teams that want to compete. They spend a little extra money. The owners pony up. They put a better product out there. You think of high taxed areas, Toronto, New York, or California teams, Chicago. All those teams are high tax. Gives them a little bit more of an edge compared to tax-free states like Florida and Texas and Nashville. So, does it work? Would everyone sign up on it? It's hard to say. I don't think you'd get many people to agree with that. But what I really am in favor of is taking from the MLB. No salary cap. My buddy on the Instigators Hockey Show, Chris Kostopoulos, he's a former NHL player. He wants desperately to get rid of the cap. And I can't really say I blame him. You create a free market. You pay guys what they're worth. I think that is the most beneficial thing you can do for the league. It would never get done. The owners would never want to pony up that much money for the players. Never. But it creates an environment that you pay a player what they're worth. No one's taking a discount. They're paid what they're worth. And it's on the owners to pony it up and put the best product out there. But it's funny how the people that have the most money tend to be the stingiest people. Unfortunately, that's true. I mean, you see some owners in the NHL have struggled to get the cap floor, where they have to take dead money on just to get to the cap floor. And it's kind of embarrassing. and it's a bad place for the league. And if Gary Bettman wants to extend to 36 teams, when you have some owners now that don't even want to put out a full roster to compete, and they're not even trying to get to the cap floor or get to the cap ceiling, it's a bad product for the NHL. So, will anything happen with the salary cap? I doubt it. It's fun to talk about. Should it something happen? I think so. But I guess we'll wait and see. That's what do it for today's video, guys. Thank you as always. I am on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you for following the channel. Thank you for helping it grow. We'll see you next time.